So welcome to the first module here on the course, and this is about empowerment. This is about empowering yourself. So the thing about empowering yourself is that everything really starts with you. Everything begins with you being in a strong, positive state of mind, being feeling good about yourself, having energy. All these things are what's going to get you to the next level. They are the ones that are going to help you succeed in this task that you have ahead of you. So the first thing that we want to talk about is morning routines. And I know that a lot of people talk about morning routines and they tell you that they're good for you, that successful people have them. But a lot of times it's kind of hard to see if it's something that's really right for you. Are you going to do it? Some people don't want to because they have no reason to get up. They want to snooze a little bit longer. They want to sleep longer. But here's the thing. I found out I have a morning routine I've been doing for about 2 years now. My morning routine has changed over time. It's not exactly the same, but the one thing that has remained is that it's always been about me. I wake up about 5:30 in the morning every day, and I do either 15 minutes of meditation or I do a 15-minute training, which is a Tony Robbins thing that he does, which is called priming. And priming basically sets you up for the day too. Both things work for me very well, so I switch up between them. They help me get grounded and help me get into a clear state early in the morning. So the other thing that follows that is a workout. I usually do about a 20 to 30 minute workout, weight training workout. And that really gets my blood going. It gets my muscles moving. It gets everything really, it gets me pumped up really. It gets that energy level up. So then I take a shower and then I eat breakfast and get breakfast ready for my family. And that's when my family starts to wake up. So basically I just did all that while everybody was still sleeping. And that's actually a great thing because I get to do this calmly. I put myself in a very good state of mind because everything is done calmly. Okay. Now, I'm going to come back to the whole thing with priming in a little bit because that has a lot to do with it. But when you're looking at things like working out and you're looking at morning routines, that morning routine can have different things for you. It doesn't have to be working out and meditation or priming or any of these other things. Maybe you want to wake up in the morning and you want to write for 30 minutes. It's actually a great time to write. A lot of writers and songwriters love getting up extremely early in the morning and they just start writing before their eyes even open. They're just starting to write because, all this stuff is just coming out of their brain and going down on paper, and they come up with some great ideas that they would never come up with at 2 in the afternoon. So it's a great time for that. It's also a great time to do other things. Maybe you want to go out for a bike ride or for a walk or I don't know, whatever it is that you like doing. Some people like to read. Reading a book in the morning is also great. Look, at the end, it's one of the things that's extremely important with all this for you and to empower yourself is you need to feed your mind, you need to feed your spirit, and you need to feed your body. So when I do that in the mornings, that's basically what I'm doing. I mean, the meditation or priming takes care of my heart and my mind a bit. Puts me in a good mindset, and it takes care of my feelings, my heart, my spirit. And then the workout takes care of my body itself, my muscles, my joints, all that kind of stuff to get me moving. So it's about feeding yourself properly. It's about taking care of yourself. So another thing that really helps people out is hobbies. So that's what I meant when I was talking about the writing and these kind of things, because maybe that's your hobby. Maybe you like to write. That's a great thing to do because hobbies also give you that time that you need for you. Time alone is essential because if you don't have this time alone, you're going to go crazy. you're really going to go crazy. I mean, before I had my morning routine, I used to just basically get up with the family and get everything done and go to work and then come home and pick up my son and then get dinner ready, and my wife would come home and we'd do things together. But then what would happen is that once my son went to bed, we'd spend a little bit of time together and then back to bed. And then the next day do it all over again. So I had no time to really just sit there and breathe. Yeah. And that's difficult, that's difficult to continue for a very long period of time in this manner. So having a hobby is also extremely important. And if you can do the morning routine and have a hobby, perfect. I know it's difficult because it's difficult to find the time, but the time is there. Less time on social media helps. Less time watching television helps. Less time doing nothing, because some people just really, they do nothing. They sit on a couch and just sit there. Use it a little bit better. Meditate during that time instead of just sitting there doing nothing. You're gonna rest and sleep when you go to bed at night. So you don't need to lay there and do nothing for 2 hours before you go to bed and sleep for 8 hours. So use the time wisely and use it for you. Because really, like I said, you want to empower yourself. You want to give yourself the energy that is going to get you through the day, through the week, through the months, through the years. Yeah. The whole thing here is that you want to become a super dad. And super dads, like super moms, have to be strong. They have to be strong here, here, and here. So all this is important for you to be able to continue doing what you need to do. Okay, so we got that. So we got our morning routines and we got our time for you and our hobbies. Another thing that is extremely, extremely important if you want to get in the right state of mind here, because again, to be a super dad and to be a wonderful husband, you need to be here. You need to be clear. You need to be calm. You need to be calm, because if you're not calm, you're going to pass on that nervous energy into everybody else in your family, and you're going to have chaos at home. Trust me. So, gratitude. Gratitude is extremely important, and this is one of the great things about priming. When you do priming, part of priming, one of the steps of priming is gratitude. And there are some things that you can think of when you start thinking about things in your past that you're grateful for. When I think about the first time I saw my wife, or our first date, or when my son was born, or the day my wife and I got married, I can't help but not smile when I think about those things. And that smile that comes on your face when you think about these wonderful things that have happened to you puts you in a really great mood. It puts you in a great state of mind. And it's such a great way to start your day, because you're not thinking about anything bad or negative, as opposed to people who wake up in the morning and the first thing they do is pick up their cell phone and they look and they read the news, or they look at their feed on social media, and just their energy goes to something else, usually something negative. So no, take this time, be grateful. Even if you don't meditate, take 5 minutes just to think about all the things that you're grateful for, and go for it. Give it the time. Think about it. Think about your apartment, because this is the thing. If you're not grateful for the things you have now, then technically you don't deserve more. I know that sounds harsh, but it is. If you are not grateful for what you have, then what makes you think that you deserve to have more? Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for everything. Look around. Look around your apartment. Look around your house. Look around your job, whatever it is. Look around your town where you live. Be grateful for the wonderful things that you have. I know not everything is wonderful, but look at the good things and be grateful for those. When I look around in my apartment, we talk about, buying a bigger house, buying a house, and that we need more space, this and that. But the thing is, when I look at my house, when I look at my apartment, I love this place. I love this place so much, and I'm so grateful that we have this place, that we looked around and we said no to a lot of places, and when we finally found this one, it was an immediate like, yes, this is the place. So I'm super grateful for that. And even though we're looking for a bigger place because we want to enlarge our family, I'm grateful for the things that we have, for this place, for our car, for everything. So grateful for everything because it fills me at this moment. And the other things that we'll have later will fill me at that moment. Yeah? But gratefulness is, and gratitude, just something that goes with this whole thing. You have to have that because it will also put you in a good state of mind. And like I said before, if you're grateful for the things you have, you will deserve to have more. The universe will reward you with more because it'll see that you appreciate it. You know, if you don't appreciate something, then why would it give you more? So appreciate what you have and really appreciate it. Don't just say you're grateful just, because you think that's what you have to do. Be grateful. Really think about it. Think about the things that make you happy, the things that really put a smile on your face, that you have, that you've experienced, everything in your life that you've had up to now. Okay? The next thing that we're going to talk about is visualization. And visualization is a really big part of this whole thing that we're doing here, because if you can visualize your day, how it's going to go, the whole process, it's going to really help you do it well. If you've ever made a presentation in front of people, you know that visualizing your presentation beforehand helps a lot when you actually go up there, because it's almost like you do a dress rehearsal in your head. I learned this actually when I was younger. I was playing in bands. My father's also a musician, and my father told me one time, he said, one of the coolest things that you can do, and one of the best things, most effective things you can do to have a good show is to visualize the show before it happens. Visualize it in your head from the beginning to the end, the first song that you're going to go into, the second song, what you're going to do in this part of the song, what you're going to do in that part. And you really visualize it, and for one, it prepares you better. You're not as nervous, and it's funny how many of the things that you visualize actually do happen. So it's almost like this manifestation that happens by visualizing. So visualizing what your day's going to be like is a great way to plan your day and know what you have to be ready for. So that will also lower the stress level that you have, and help you get through everything that you have to do, help you get organized, help you really face the day and really do what you're meant to do that day. So, to recap everything, if you have a morning routine and your morning routine works and puts you in a good state of mind for at least 30 to 60 minutes in the morning before everybody wakes up, that's wonderful if you can have that, because that gives you time for you. And this time for you is precious. Trust me. You'll appreciate the time you have with your family a lot more when you have this time for yourself too, because you won't feel like they're taking that away from you. Because if you do feel that, then you're going to resent them. And that's no way to have a relationship in a family. You don't want resentment. So take that time for you. Take that time to relax. Take that time to do the things that make you happy in the morning before the day really begins. Hobbies, if you have the time for it, if you can find it in somewhere at least 2 or 3 times a week, do it, because it'll definitely put you out of your regular cycle that you're in every single day, and it'll put you somewhere else. It'll give you some fresh ideas. It'll make you feel better. I'm not saying you have to do it by yourself. Maybe your hobby's with your wife. That would be cool too. That's not a problem. It doesn't mean you have to do it alone. But the idea is you need a change up. You need a change up to change gears a little bit, so you're not doing the same thing every day. If you have a morning routine's okay, but when your whole day is a routine, it gets extremely boring, and then every day just blends into the next, and you're not going to be happy, basically. So that's the hobby. Gratitude, definite. Either you do it in the morning when you're meditating, or you do it later. Some people like to write down what they are grateful for. Whichever way you prefer doing it, do it. But just make sure that you're taking care of this and that you are really feeling that gratitude for all the things that you have. And lastly, again, visualizing. Visualizing is something that not a lot of people are good at, but try your hardest. Close your eyes. Visualize what you got to do. Visualize what you're going to do first in the morning. Okay, so you have to do this. You have to take your son to school, for example. Then you have to come home and you have to get work done. You have to check your emails. You have to call a client, or you have to go to your job, whatever it is. Then in the afternoon, you have to pick up your kids from school. You have to come home. You have to clean something. You have to take care of dinner. Maybe you have to go pick up your wife at work, or maybe she's coming to meet you somewhere and then you're going home. Whatever it is, but try to picture these things enough that you're visualizing it and you're putting that picture in your head so you kind of know what your day is going to look like. So it's not full of surprises, let's say. If you do if you can do all of these things, it's great. But if you can do at least 80% of this, I guarantee you're going to be in a much better place mentally. You're going to be more calm, more relaxed, and more in control. And you're going to be ready to take on all the other things you got to do. So that was the first module on empowering yourself. This is extremely important because, like I said, it all starts with you. So get through this. Watch this over and over if you have to. If you didn't catch everything, go back and listen. Go back, take some notes. Make sure that you don't forget these things because they're going to be essential in building as building blocks for the rest of the modules in this course. Okay, so I'll be back with the next module soon, which I will talk about your skill set and the utility belt that every superhero needs when they're going in to become a super dad and a dream husband. Okay, so take care and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.